Hello everybody, it's Mindy, and welcome to 2025. It is 2025. And so this is my video where I'm going to talk about not goals necessarily, but just kind of some plans and things I want to strive for in 2025. I don't like the word goals because for me, every time I set like a goal, I never achieve the goal. So we're not going to call them goals. Anyhow, I'm in the office today because this is where I have been for the morning, and I have been doing a lot of work and a lot of planning, writing things down, gathering information, things like that today. So it's been one of those kind of work days. And you can kind of get some sunshine. We have snow on the ground, but it's sunny today and it is really starting to melt pretty quickly. So let's chit chat for a few minutes about this. I believe I talked about it in my whip and chat that I'm not the kind of person who's going to ever really do a year in review and show you all my diamond paintings, all my crochet projects. I'm just not that way. First of all, when I work on things, I give them away. I've sold things. I don't have them in my possession. And I don't take great photos. I don't keep photos. I just don't keep photos. Usually, like once I show something on a YouTube video or whatever, I delete the photos. It's just a space issue. And I figure it's already out there in the world on YouTube. I don't need it anywhere else. Anyhow, with that being said, sometimes I even put things away in holiday boxes. And the whole process of pulling things out, gathering everything just seems daunting to me. And it's also, in my mind, it's just going back. It's looking back. You guys, if you watch my channel regularly, have already seen everything I've worked on. I've shown it in videos throughout the year. So that being said, I'm moving forward, looking ahead, moving forward. So let's talk about some plans, some ideas, some things I want to strive for. All right. With diamond painting, let's go there first. With diamond painting, I have a major goal this year in 2025 to not create any more whips. I don't want to create any more works in progress. I have enough works in progress, and we're going to talk about those in a second. My plan for finishing some of those, but I want to create no more. So if I am working on something, I want to work on it to completion and finish it. If I decide for some reason I am putting it aside, it has to be because I'm not ever planning on coming back to it again. I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with putting things aside or just getting rid of them completely if I really don't like them. If I have found I really don't like it, I have to be okay with saying it can go. It can just go. So I'm going to create no new whips. I do have a plan for finishing the whips that I have. I have not counted them up. We're not going to talk about how many there are. I don't know, but I have a plan, and I'm being realistic because I do events throughout the year. I'm usually working on something new every time, every month, pretty much. I'm working on something new. So getting to the whips is a little more difficult. That's why I don't want to create anymore. But I have a plan, and I'm going to try to really work on this to create a schedule of working on whips. Not necessarily completing them, but at least working on them. And maybe I can get possibly 3 done this year. That's my thought process. If I could get 1 whip completed in the months of January through April, and then another one in May through August, and then another one from September to December, and I can get 3 whips completed and taken care of, I would be thrilled. Now, with that being said, there are some that are pretty close to being finished, well over halfway. Those would be the ones to tackle. I have a couple in mind that I want to pull out one, I don't even have to pull out. It's out. I just have to make time to work on it. So that's a plan. Another thing I want to do is I want to de-stash diamond paintings. I have way too many. It's overwhelming. I look at people, they post pictures and they've got just a nice little shelf and they've got 20 to 50 diamond paintings. I'm just like, sometimes I am very jealous of that. I'm just like, that is so nice. That looks so manageable. It's so neat, so organized. And I'm just, that's not me. So I have some plans for that. I want to de-stash at least 50 of my larger paintings. With that being said, I do have 2 piles downstairs that I've already pulled off my shelves that are just sitting and waiting for me to de-stash them. I have to get to that. That is one of the first things I'm going to focus on at the beginning of this year. First of all, cleaning up my space a little bit downstairs so that I have room to display the paintings to show everybody so that I can then work on selling them. 50 larger paintings. I also have plans to de-stash 100 of the smaller ones. A lot of my special drills, maybe some regular drills, 30 by 40s, maybe a little bit bigger, 100. And I'm going to make mystery bags. I did it once before. People love them. They were fun. Dale liked doing it. He liked helping me package them up and all that. But I have to really go through several boxes downstairs and really just pull stuff out. Pull stuff out. 100. I'm working on 100. So those are some of my plans for my work, my diamond paintings. Now, I will have events this year. At this point, in my head, I have Smashing the Specials in January. We're already starting that. Palentine with Jenny in February. Chuck Along in March. April and May at this point are open. I do have a thought and maybe do it April and May. I'm going to think about that one. I need a partner. June, I would love to do a Craftably event again. I know Craftably is no longer around, but so many of us have Craftably kits and we love to show them off. So I would love to do the Craftably event again. And people have been asking me, bring back Christmas in July. They loved Christmas in July. I want to do a yarny Christmas in July. And I think it would tie in beautifully, do a yarny Christmas in July and a diamond painting Christmas in July. Even if it's just me, I'll do it. Okay, so that's my thought process. August, again, Smashing the Specials with Brandy. September, we're up to Chuck Along 12. Maritza and I, oh my gosh, Maritza, we have been together doing events for a long time. October, I have open right now. I don't know, maybe I leave it open. I don't know. November, of course, is November. I got Maritza to do that with me this year. I'll get her again. And then, of course, in December, DP Christmas elves. With that being said, I really want to be more proactive, more planned, plan ahead of time, get the info out to people, do a better job of acquiring prizes to give away for my events. Yeah. So that's a big one to work on, a huge one to work on for me. Get it together, get organized, get things planned. So we're going to work on that. Real quick, let me talk about reading. Reading, I do set a goal for reading, and I was close this year. I was super close. My goal is 36 because I always have a book going physically just for me. Another book, usually a physical book that I'm reading for book club. And then I have a book that, Miss A is reading to me out there. And that's usually, sorry, I'm going to move this down a little bit. That's usually like during my breakfast and other times when I'm doing stuff out and about in the kitchen area, and I listen to a book there. So that's 3 a month, pretty much. what I can handle. So that's my goal there. I'm going to stick to that because it's reasonable. Reasonable. Okay. Oh, back to diamond painting. I forgot one. I forgot there's a couple of things I wanted to do. They're on my list. I've got books. I've got journals. See, I've got things written down. I'm going to transfer my list of events into this one. So everything's in this nice, cute little notebook right here. I want to work on a couple of things I have not worked on. I want to work on a Captured by Radiance. That is big on my list. I work with Captured by Radiance. I show sneak peeks from them. I need to work on a Captured by Radiance. I have not worked on one yet. I know. Shh, don't tell them over there that I haven't worked on one of their paintings. I'm going to this year, in 2025. I am going to work on a Captured by Radiance. Most of them are pretty big. I'm going to look through what I have, and I'm going to see what I have that fits into one of those events that I'm going to do. And we're going to do a Captured by Radiance. The other thing I really, really, really want to do is a Lori Prindle. I love Lori Prindle's horse paintings. I really, really want to do one. So we'll see if we can fit that one in. So those are just some, hopefully, maybe, possibly I can get to those. But yeah, those are things I'd like to do. Now let's talk about crochet. Did I get everything? Hang on. Oh, one more thing, and that's for members. Members of my channel are going to get one video a month. One video a month. Pictures and things like that. I mean, they may be random, but an actual, I've sat down, talked with you face to face, video, one video a month. I'll continue my giveaways. I still have members who have not won a giveaway, so we've got still have some members that can win a giveaway. All right, let's talk crochet. Crochet. I have things I want to make. What I'm going to do here, because my video editor is not very high tech, very sophisticated. Like if you see people, they'll put a picture up here and they're talking about the picture while it's on the screen. Mine doesn't do that. I have not figured out how to put a picture up there and talk about it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a picture and then I'm going to tell you what I want to work on. Okay. So you see the picture and then I'll talk about it. So I have several things here I want to work on. I'm going to go through them rather quickly. I'm not going to do a lot of jibber jabber about most of them, but these are things I want to work on in 2025. All right. The first one. A star blanket. I'm looking at my computer. A star blanket. Betty McKnitt does the 6-day star blanket. I want to work on one. I want to do one. They are so cool. I am working on, I actually took one of her, it's the kid 6-day blanket. I shortened it. I made it narrow, about that wide. And that is what I am doing with one of my Advent kits, making it more like a wide scarf wrap, possibly. And I'm having fun with it. I want to do the star blanket. All right. The next thing, a star pillow or a heart pillow. They're very fun. I made a pillow this year, a more complicated pillow with a lot of motifs that had to be sewn together. These are just maybe 2 pieces, a front and a back panel, you sew them together. I want to make a few pillows. They look like they're so much fun. This one I think we're going to do the snowman. I think we're going to do that for our next crochet along. I want to make a snowman. I like the plushy snowman, but there's also some other cool snowmen that are not necessarily plushy. We'll see. I think I'm going to try a little plushy one with a thinner plushy yarn, not the real thick plushy yarn. I've had these cat pouches on my Pinterest forever. I think they're adorable. You can put your little iPod iPod cases in there, earbud, iPod, I don't even know what they are. I don't have them. Put them in there, tie up your little string, put it through a loop, hang it wherever. I think they're adorable. I've made a few little pouches like that. Cats are in 2025. It's going to be the year of the cat. One guess why, or three guesses. Look what's next. Loaf cats and loaf dogs. Loaf cat was hot in 2024. Hot. Everybody was making the loaf cat. Not so many people were making the loaf dog. I didn't see a lot of people making the loaf dog. I've made one loaf cat. I have a bunch of yarn to make loaf cats or loaf dogs. They're on the list. All right. This piece, I already have all of the yarn figured out for. It's called the Misha Sweater. I already have figured out how much I need of colors. I just love this scallopy ripple, the puffy sleeve. I'm dying to make a Misha sweater. I really want to make one. So, next. We have the Yorkshire Blanket. I really tried to do the Yorkshire Blanket with my mini skeins from my advents. However, there was not enough yardage to do a square. I tried a square. I didn't have enough yarn to do it. I really like that. I'm going to figure out how to do that. You can use fingering weight held double. You get more yardage in a fingering weight mini. Might be able to do it with those. But that means I'm going to have to get more fingering weight minis. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do this with, but I'm going to do it. I believe this is called the V-Stitch Cardi. And there's several different patterns out there, different designers. I really like the one that just gets this big, long bell sleeve. It's like very hippie-ish to me. And I want to make one. Enough said. Next on my list is Trinket Dishes. If I'm going to do some markets, I think Trinket Dishes are going to sell. There's the heart dish. There's star dishes. I saw a mushroom dish. I saw, I'm having a hard time finding a flower one. I think I finally found a video of somebody doing a flower trinket dish. And then like the other mushroom one, the taller mushroom, it's also a trinket dish. I had a couple people at one of my markets ask if I had anything mushroom. So we're going to make something mushroom. There's a flatter dish, with little edges, or there's that stand-up mushroom with a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Thing around the bottom, a trough. You can put things in. I'm going to make some trinket dishes. I want to make a crochet t-shirt. A t-shirt that you can wear in the summer, something I could wear all the time. There's several patterns. I have not determined a pattern yet, but I want to make a nice, just summer shirt that I can wear that's crocheted. Next, I want to work on one of my blanket kits. My closet in the bedroom is now full of yarn, and there's several kits in there. Kits. All the yarn is there. Persian tile. Persian tile is going to come in 2025. I am going to start working on it. I don't know if I will finish it in 2025, but I'm going to start working on my Persian tile blanket. It's beautiful. The colors that I showed there are my colors. I think it's going to be gorgeous. I want to do it. And last but not least, this is just, oh, not last. I don't have a picture of the last one. Book sleeves. Just pretty book sleeves. The one I showed you with that like daisy, it looks like trellis almost. I love that. Book sleeve, Kindle sleeve, things like that. People love them. There's so many pretty patterns out there, cute things. Just, I want to make some more book sleeves. Maybe I'll put a picture here if I can find a picture. Maybe you saw a picture. My Hooked on Grannies. I started working on the Hooked on Grannies squares. Oh my gosh, when? Last year or maybe the year before? I don't know for sure. But I had all of that beautiful hand-dyed yarn that I was getting in my subscription boxes. And I was like, this is a perfect way to use this. I have several of the squares done. I have like 8 or 9. You need a lot more than that. But I would like to just, get a few more done and make some progress towards having a pretty blanket. With that being said, it's going to be a year of blankets. I love to make blankets. I have some I'm working on finishing. I have to finish the Wonderland I'm still working on. I have the Annie's kit I'm still working on. I don't know if there's any more currently, but there may be more. Hello, Editing Mindy here. I completely forgot one of my projects. I took off, I went shopping, I went to Michael's, I came back and I was like, oh, I forgot one, and it's a super important one. So let me give you a little history. First of all, temperature blankets have been around for years. I've made a temperature blanket. It's where you assign a range of temperatures to a color. You keep track of your temperatures every day and you crochet that color for that temperature every day. You can do it many different ways, but that's the general gist. I've made one. I did that. Last year I started hearing about mood blankets. You assign a color to your mood of the day and you crochet whatever, a square, a circle, a line, whatever. You can do them different ways. I'm not interested in keeping track of my moods. My moods change from moment to moment. How do you decide on one mood per day? No, not doing it. Back in the summer, though, I saw the blanket for me. I saw the tracking something blanket that I want to make. It is the book blanket. I am going to make a book blanket. It's not a, I want to, I might, I'd like to. No, it's a, I'm making a book blanket this year. So the premise is you take the books that you have read, you look at the cover, and you pick 3 to 4 colors that are on the cover of the book, and that's how you make your motif, your square, your whatever you're going to make. I think it is perfect. Now, if I stick to my goal for reading of 3 books a month, that means I'm only making 3 of my motifs every month. 3. It's easy enough to keep up with. The ones that I've seen so far are made with just your traditional granny square. I don't want to make granny squares. No. I want to make mine in the African flower pattern. I have wanted to use the African flower for something for the longest time. I'm doing it. I'm doing the African flower. Now, you can do the African flower as a hexagon, but you can also square it off, make it a square. I think I'm going to leave it the hexagon. I think it's cooler that way. I'm super excited about that project. Super excited about that project. I'm already reading my first 1, 2 books. I'm not going to count the last one we were doing for book club because we did most of that last year, but I'm super excited to do that one. So how could I have forgotten that? How could I have left that one out? That one's like at the top of the list somewhere. Anyhow, that's why there's Editing Mindy. Yes. All right. So that is kind of a look forward into 2025. Things I want to do, things I'd like to accomplish. I want to make it a good year. I want to make it a good year. I want to have fun. I want to do things that make me happy, that I enjoy, that make good content for YouTube as well. YouTube, I would like to grow. I mean, I always want to grow YouTube. Last year was very slow. I will say it was very slow for YouTube. And I think it was really because of diamond painting, honestly. I think there were so many new creators that came on board with diamond painting content. It's kind of a little saturated. People have the favorite creators that they like to watch all the time, and that it is what it is. I think adding crochet to it is adding a whole nother twist to my channel, and I don't want to separate them. That just makes a whole lot more work. I already have an established channel that I think I can just add the things I love to. I've added books. I've added, my life. I love doing the vlogs. Vlogs are fun. I just like doing those. But I really want it to grow. 8,000. 8,000 is out there. It's been a long time coming to get to 8,000. When I get to 8,000, we're going to have a great big blowout giveaway. But I have to get there first. I have some stats. I may show them here. They're not impressive. I mean, I did work hard and I did grow and I did accomplish some things. But I want 2025 to just kind of be like, whoa, let's just take off a little bit here, So hopefully more videos like this might help. Let me know what you think. So let's go into 2025. Let's have a great year. Let's have fun. Let me know your thoughts, questions, ideas. I'm always open to suggestions. Share with me. And let's do this. All right? All right. You guys have a good year too. And let me know how you're doing. Check in. Comment. Tell me what's happening. Okay? All right. We'll see you.